Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Tola, and if you're yet to subscribe to this channel, please kindly subscribe. So today I have a guest with me. She's from Tanzania, and she'll be telling us what to expect when visiting Tanzania for vacation, or if you're planning to go to Tanzania for studies, or you're going to Tanzania for permanent stay. So our guest will be telling us what to expect when you're planning to go to Tanzania. So she'll just give a brief introduction about herself. Over to you, Joyce.
Thank you so much, Tola, for inviting me in this discussion, or let's say presentation for our country, Tanzania. Well, my name is Joycelyn. As she has said, that my name is Joycelyn Aligawesa. I'm from Tanzania. I'm born in Kagera, in a village called as Karagwe, in a ward, let's say district called Nyakahanga. So that's where I'm born. And I'm a lady, single and searching.
Don't worry.
And also a person who loves her country. So I was born there, grew there in Dar es Salaam city, school there, and also graduated there as well.
Wow.
So I'm so happy to be invited with Tola. She's my friend, and also it's an honor just to talk about our country. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I've known Joyce for over 5 months, and I'm glad that I met her. Thank you, Joyce, for joining me here.
Thank you so much.
Let's go to the questions I have for you today. Let's start with the food.
Yes.
So what are the common food that people eat or love to eat in Tanzania?
Well, in Tanzania, we have different type of cultures, and which is different tribes. But our main staple is known as ugali. Ugali is mostly eaten with beans. We call it maharage. And ugali is made from corn, which is mostly grounded into flour. So we use it as a staple in the afternoon. That is our main food, ugali with beans, maharage. We can also add a bit of spinach, or we call it mrenda. And mrenda is mostly made by okra. We call it bamia, and mixed with spinach, the leaves of those pumpkin. Yeah. So that's our main staple.
Yeah, that sounds like an healthy food containing spinach, beans.
Of course, yes. And also we have not only ugali, but sometimes we also eat with, if not ugali, we eat with mihogo. Mihogo is cassava.
Oh, okay.
You see, boiled cassava. Yeah. So we either boil the cassava, or other people decide to dry the cassava and grind it and make it also ugali by using cassava. Yeah. So those are the main stuff.
I'd like to try that someday.
Yes. Yes. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so let's go to the next question. What are the cultures or religion that people practice in Tanzania? We have the Christianity, Muslim, and the like. So what are the major religion and culture that people practice in Tanzania?
Well, most of the population in Tanzanians, most believers are, let's say, half Muslim and half Christians.
Okay.
So the country in large, mostly we have the island known as Zanzibar. Most of them are Islamic, but the first religion which was in Zanzibar was Anglican, but now most of the people there are Islamic. And also the country, the mainland, which is used to call it Tanganyika, but now we are calling both of the places Tanzania. Half to half Christians, half Muslims. And also the minorities, which are few Hindus, and maybe, those are the people who are staying in Tanzania. Hindu, Ismailia, people from India, basically. But most of us are Islamic and Christianity.
Yeah, the reason why I ask this question is because sometimes most people, when they're traveling, they're always worried
Yes.
about, okay, will I be able to practice my religion? Will I be able to go to church and things like that? Here
Okay.
that there's a church in Tanzania and
Yes.
mosques where people can actually worship in Tanzania. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good. That's awesome.
Okay.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'm going to ask you,
Yes.
what are the behavior of people? How do people in Tanzania treat
Yeah.
foreigners? Are they friendly to foreigners, or are they just like
Yeah.
just eye, or what are their behaviors to foreigners?
Frankly speaking, Tanzanians have a very big heart. We are full of hospitality.
Oh,
We don't have that tendency of saying, "Who are you? What do you want from me?" No, we will be like, "Oh, are you lost? Can I help you?" Oh, if somebody asks their questions, maybe wants to go somewhere, we just ask, and just anybody can just reply. It doesn't matter the age. So we are like into welcoming people, especially foreigners, strangers who don't know the way, and we are like ready to help out.
yeah.
Yeah, anytime, anyhow.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if a person is a newcomer or, it doesn't matter. We have a kind heart, and we like to talk, to discuss. It doesn't matter if you're in a bus or in a taxi, in your cab. People normally chat. Small chit chats. Also in the offices, we have small talks, Good morning, hi, how are you? How is your family? So it's like a family.
I remember the first time I met you, like you're actually the first person to approach me. I think it was by the door, and you were like, hi. Then so it's a good one that people in Tanzania are really friendly, because it helps people to settle down.
Yes.
Because when you have people around you that you can talk with and you can chat with, you feel more comfortable.
Yeah, it is very true.
Yeah, that's good.
We like to say hi. It doesn't matter. Even if a person, I don't know how to say, even if a person is a bed down the road, you just say, hi, how are you? How are you feeling?
Yeah,
that doesn't matter. That's how we are grown up.
Yeah, so what's the weather like?
So get ready when you come to our country. Yes. Yeah.
So what's the weather like? Like in places like
wow.
You have winter, you have summer, you have fall and spring. What are the seasons in Tanzania?
In Tanzania, okay. In Tanzania, we have different type of weathers, but mostly is sunshine. Wow. It's very hot, especially in the coastal line of Tanzania. Very, very hot. But basically, in other regions in the country, there are places where sometimes it's a bit of coldish, chilly. Let's say chilly, because most of the year they have rainfalls. But on the northern parts, northern highlands, also then parts of Tanzania, also they have highlands. So the places where have hills, mountains is mostly a bit cold, chilly.
Okay,
but most of the country is normally hot.
Yeah. So is that like the whole year, or just like few months of the year?
No. No. Let me say, like now we are in December. Most of the period from October, November, December, January, February is normally very hot. But starting from February, that's when rainfall starts to rain most of the places. So February, March, April till May, normally there's a great rainfall. That's the period where people start to farm, making their small gardens, something like that. But most of the year, some places it doesn't rain at all.
Wow.
But those places which at least is a highland, they have rain sometimes throughout the year, those places. But it's just once, maybe per 10 years, depending on the climate change. Yeah.
That's good.
So most of the places in Tanzania is hot.
Because I know some people don't like snow. So I think
we don't have snow. We don't have those season, 4 season. Yeah. We have only 2 seasons. We have rainfall and sunshine, summertime. Rain and sun, that's all we have. So people don't carry your luggage. I don't know, coats, boots, no need. Just come with your shorts and your flannel blouse. Yeah.
That's good. So for someone, or for a family of 3, maybe a father and a mother and a child, they are like thinking of relocating to Tanzania. Do you think it's more expensive for them to buy a house or to just rent an apartment?
Whoa, okay. If somebody wants to, it depends upon which size of the house you want, and
Okay.
if and which area you want to buy a house. Some houses are like very cheap, and some houses are very, very expensive. But to say the truth, it's better to rent for the time being, because I see the house, the real estate market. It's so expensive. It's very expensive, even more than the countries where we know, like Canada. So if I compare, personally, if I was comparing that the houses back home, if you want to have your own house, it's better to build your own home, your own house for 2 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms. It's so cheap to build your own. But if you want to buy, it will be expensive, because people who are building on your behalf, they normally go into the markets as international, trade. So it's better to build your own home, because it's so cheap to buy those raw materials for building.
Okay.
But for renting, it's also cheap. You can't compare the rent with the other countries, especially in East Africa. Renting at home, in Tanzania is so cheap. So it's like about, maybe, let's say, if you want to stay in a very nice home, $500 maybe per month. Yeah. If you want to stay in a very big, luxury house, it's like about $1,000, $2,000 per month.
That's good.
Yeah, not so bad.
That's good. So for foreigner going there for a permanent stay,
yes,
what are the chances of the person getting a job? Are there job opportunities?
Well, there are jobs opportunities, especially maybe for international organization or non-governmental organizations, depending upon which position you want to apply into. But basically, into governmental in the government of Tanzania, most of the places, they are preferable only Tanzanians. That's how the policy has changed. But currently, the president which we have now, he's into that Tanzanians are supposed to be, firstly of all, to be employed, and then later, if there's nobody who can place that position, that's when they employ a foreigner. But basically, if it's a foreigner, they might employ him or her maybe in schools, basically, or into specialties which they have nobody to fill into. Yeah, especially the hospitals.
So they give priority to indigenous first, right?
Yeah. Tanzanians first, and then foreigners later. So, there's some specialties which Tanzanians do not have into, so that's when they employ foreigners, people who are not Tanzanians.
So if I decide to move to Tanzania now,
yes, it's possible. Okay, basically, what I prefer is that if a person wants to go to Tanzania, like it was last month, there's a person who asked me, I want to come to Tanzania to start my own company into being a chef. He wants to make his own restaurant. I'm like, yeah, it's very nice, because we are seeking for investors into such industry like tourism. You see, in hospitality. Hospitality and tourism is so nice, so easy for a person who is a foreigner to invest into. Why? Because most of the places, they are into increasing tourism, and they want more people into that. So if you want to enter and to be employed, or to get employment, also self-employed, I just recommend you in the industry of tourism. It's more better, it's more easier.
Yeah.
Because you're coming with your own tastes, with your own style, and you're introducing also your own nation or your own culture, or your own design, stuff like that.
And that makes the economy like that.
Makes exactly. Yeah. So come into just invest into tourism, like restaurants, hospitality.
So what about the medical services? Is like medical free for everyone?
Well, okay, for the medical services, okay, in the nation we have this National Health Insurance Fund, which of course is also under the government, but also there are other insurances whereby a person can buy those insurances, like Jubilee Insurance. Those are the places which I know. Strategies Insurance. Yeah. So if a person is not a Tanzanian and wants to have coverage, there are companies which do coverages. And also some other banks also banks who do have insurances. So you can just be able to look for a broker, or you can look for an insurance company to cover your life insurance or health insurance. Yeah.
But you have to pay for that, right?
Yeah, those ones you need to pay for. But for the National Health Insurance Fund is under the government and some other organizations, which is like a branch from the government. We call them agencies or institutions. Those are for basically Tanzanians because you need to be a Tanzanian to get that.
Yeah. But is it expensive?
For these other coverages, not so expensive. It's just medium. Basically, of course, per year. For example, I used to work in an organization which was whereby I was being covered by the Jubilee Insurance, which is under the Diamond Trust Bank (DTB). It's an Aga Khan Development Network. It's an agency in the Aga Khan Development Network, which is basically from Pakistan. Yeah. So they were covering us as employees. It doesn't matter you're from Tanzania, Kenya, Uganda, Pakistan, UK, Canada, wherever. We were different employees in that organization. So they were covering us according to our salary and your income. So it was a percentage from the employer, which the employer gives you that specific percent have to have.
Yeah.
So that's how you are being covered.
Wow, that's good. That's good to hear.
Yeah. So it depends upon each company. Other companies are 100%. Other companies 50%. Other companies 75%. So it depends which type of insurance they will be able to cover you. Yeah. But otherwise, if you want to buy yourself, that's another issue. But it's not so expensive as well. Yeah. Okay. Or you can also pay yourself if you want to pay through. There's another not coverage for the health, but we call it National Social Service (NSSF), National Social Service Fund. Okay. So even a person who is not a Tanzanian can also be able to pay for. So the fee will be, of course, additional from a domestic person. Okay. So there's a fee, but you can also buy it if you want to be able to pay per year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. So what's the security like? Like, is it a safe place to live? Is
Tanzania is a very peaceful country in the whole world. Okay. We once had a war, not against Ugandans, but against the president by then, who was a president in Uganda, who wasn't as well also a good person to his own people. That's the only war we fought, and at the end of that war we won. So since that day we never fought with anybody anyhow. We are still doing the process of receiving different kind of people from different nations, including refugees, as you can see the history a bit of it. But it's a peaceful country. We don't have that character of fighting one another, though there are sometimes we do have some political issues, but it's not so bad that we are like, this can be like that, like can cause war in the country now.
Okay.
So the security is so nice amongst the people themselves into the villages, except to that political issue which just rose like 2-3 years ago, but we are now settled again. Okay. And sometimes there were people who wanted to bring chaos. We called them, I don't know, El Shabab or whatever. But it wasn't confirmed by the government, but there were a bit of fights or let's say captures southern parts of Tanzania. But now, at the end of the day, we just caught them. It wasn't El Shabab, it's just some people who were like, we wanted to be like those guys, but now we are into, under security, tight security. So it's a peaceful country.
Peaceful country.
It's peaceful.
So, where are the places that people can go to have fun, for relaxation? Are there beaches, are there parks and things like that?
Well, I like to invite everybody to come to visit Mount Kilimanjaro, the mountain from Tanzania, northern part, eastern of Tanzania, in the region of Arusha. You are mostly welcome in the region of Moshi. So there's national parks, we have game reserves whereby people can go and visit to see animals. We have mountains, we have rivers, we have even Odvai Gorge, some parts for museum, historical sites, which you cannot miss to see. We used to read in our history books it's better to come and visit to see
See
yourselves, to
yourselves.
see. We have forests, conservation areas whereby nobody has been there, only just somebody to go to visit and see, because animals are just outside enjoying the natural vegetation of the land.
What kind of animals?
And also we have elephants, elephants, giraffe, rhinoceros, hippopotamus, different kind of animals, monkeys, gorillas, different type of animals, zebras, many zebras. We have so many zebras and giraffes, elephants and lions.
Are the animals
snakes and cobras?
Are they in a cage? Or they're just everywhere?
No, they are everywhere. Really? They are not under the cage. They are not under. No, because it's a game reserve. You know the meaning of game reserve? National park.
Tell us what that means.
Okay, national park is a park with animals and is a bit decorated, but game reserves, it is the place whereby animals are just free roaming around.
Okay.
Yeah, if you want to go there, you need to go with a person who is trained to, to help you not to be eaten or beaten by that particular animal.
Okay.
Yeah. So we are normally, if you want to go there, you need to go with those, tours people who are under, of course, the guidance of the government.
Mm-hmm.
Tanzania National, whatever parks. You need to book an appointment to be able to see those animals, because they're just roaming around everywhere anyhow. You can't just go there alone. No, you need to go with those special professionals. Yeah. So those animals are not in the cage. They're just around outside. So there's a special part. It's a forest, but also the animals inside. You see, that's the difference from a zoo and national parks and these game reserves. Yeah.
Yeah.
So also we have an island called Zanzibar. There you can just see. Also they have animals, but mostly is ocean, aquatic. So we have in the ocean, Indian Ocean. So if somebody wants to go and visit more animals in the ocean, you also can visit Zanzibar, Mafia, and Pemba Island, and also Kilwa. Those are the places whereby you can come, and also Tanga. There are so many national parks and places to visit with hotels.
Yeah. So
nice
these places, the relaxation locations, are they in the city or they're just in the outskirts?
They are. You need to arrive in a city and then you are being sent into the interior areas. It's like a village. Some parts are villages. Some parts are like they are just prepared there. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Joyce, for doing this with me. Thank you.
Yes.
I really
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. So I'd like to invite everybody to come to Tanzania.
Yeah, it's gonna be
and also learn our language. We normally speak Swahili. So having said this, one of our languages is Swahili, which is the national language and also official language.
Mm-hmm.
But also it's a language which is spoken with different countries as well.
Yeah.
But basically, most of Tanzanians are speaking Swahili as the first language, and second language is English. So, if you're going to come to buy something in a shop or in a market, you better know how to say habari, jambo, za asubuhi. Yes, those are the greetings. Habari means how are you?
Okay, habari.
And habari.
How do I reply that?
You reply nzuri.
Nzuri.
So, how are you? Habari, nzuri, I'm well, or I'm good. Yeah. Or mambo, for us who are young, mambo. Hi, poa, I'm good. Yeah.
This is a good section, and I believe that is going to help so many people out there.
Yeah. Okay.
Visit Tanzania or just
You're welcome, guys.
Thank you, Joyce, once again.
You're welcome. And most of all, we have a musician who's so famous. His name is Diamond. So when you come, you'll be able to see him if you want to visit into those his events and concerts as well. Festivals, Bonaza, we call them.
Okay.
Yeah, you're mostly welcome, guys.
Hopefully one day I'll visit Tanzania.
Yeah, we'll go together. Welcome. Thank you so much for your invitation, my dear, to come
you.
to speak about our country.
Yeah, I'm so happy I can do this with you. Yeah, so guys, don't forget, if you are yet to subscribe to my channel, please subscribe, leave a comment and share this video. Thank you guys. Have a wonderful time. Bye.